It's the perfect time to die, finding Mr. Midnight. Oh, my name's Fox, and again, I'm Fox, and I wanted to do this video because, one, I do need videos for while I'm gone, but also because if you don't know from right there, because it's probably one of the most seen shelves, that shelf right there is full of Ben 10 toys, and right now I'm holding one of my favorite aliens from Ben 10, Ghost Freak. And I want to say, and I wanted to give kind of my thoughts on the entire Ben 10 thing all in general, which also they're coming out with a reboot. Why? But I would say, one, I love the original series. The original series was awesome. I loved the art. I loved the writing. Again, I really haven't watched it for a while, but still, I did like the series. I love the aliens, and I love, especially Ghost Freak was one of my favorite characters because, yeah, I kind of do like the whole darker half, and also liked how you kind of slowly saw it building up through the series, slowly seeing Ghost Freak become, like, transform into the monster he is, a scare, and then you also have, like, Kevin being an energy absorber and then absorbs energy from the Omnitrix and becomes all these monsters, becoming a Nega Ben. And I just I loved a lot of it, especially I think another one of my favorite episodes is Ben 10,000. I think that was what it was called, when Ben and Gwen go into the future, and like they see Ben 10,000, and I love his Omnitrix, how it's like all over, almost completely over his arm, and he has full master control and everything. All the aliens growing, you see the aliens older. I love the original Ben 10 series. I also love one of my favorite battles, and again I bring up Ghost Freak, was when Ben was fighting Vilgax and his watch was on, I think, a random timer. It was on a random. He kept transforming every like 5 minutes or something, and I love at one point Vilgax is about to kill him. He's like, "Oh no!" He's like, "I really hate this watch." Fist goes through. He looks, and he's Ghost Freaking up this one. He's like, "But sometimes I really love this watch." and I extremely love the series. I think I've seen most, if not all, of the original series, because, again, that was one of my favorite series. And also, I love Ben 10 of how each alien you could, like each alien, like, alien, for ghosts, they had a ghost alien, they had, kaijus, they had a kaiju, they had a Super Saiyan at one point, they had a Time Lord, Chromo Sapien. They had all these different things, and I did like the different aliens and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. But then I loved. Well, those all came out later. Some of those came out later on, but I extremely loved. I loved the freaking characters in the original Ben 10 series. I loved the art. Everything looked awesome. And then they went to Alien Force and Ultimate Alien, which I know some people like that. I know some people like those two series. But when I started watching it, and I kind of fell out of it, maybe I'll redo it again, do a newer review of the Ben 10 series. But I started watching Ben 10 Ultimate Alien. No, not Ultimate Alien. Alien Force. That was the first one. I watched the first 5 episodes, and I'm like, this feels like crap. This looks like crap. But and some of my main problem, well, okay, if you like it, you like it. I'm sorry, and maybe I'll like it too once I rewatch them whenever I do, but especially now that I watch Doctor Who, and there's apparently a lot of references to Doctor Who, there's some characters who are basically like the Chromo Sapiens, who, like Clockwork, he's supposed to be like a Time Lord, and also Professor Paradox, he's supposed to be kind of like the 10th Doctor. Though, mind you, I think he kind of looks more like Peter Capaldi, the newest Doctor, the 12th Doctor. Though that means Ben 10 saw the future. But then Alien Force came out, which I'm like, okay, cool. Started watching it. We have some new characters, which, one, I liked how in the original series you have, okay, what's Heat Blast ability? Fire, alright, and then he has fire abilities based around that. Alright, good. We have Diamond Head. What does he do? He uses diamond abilities and stuff like that. Alright, great. And we had each character had their own set of rules, or set abilities and such. I'm like, alright, cool. Usually pertaining to what they were. Ghost Freak, ghost ability. So possession, disappearing. All right, great. Then we go to Ultimate Alien. I would say some of them weren't bad, but I kind of thought like some of these characters seemed to overlap with other characters. Also, I don't know why the fudge Ben took off the watch, the Omnitrix. Like, why? Why? Especially for one, you know in the future you're gonna put it back on. Although they say like, oh, you know, infinite universe possibilities, sure. But you know in the future you're going to become one of the greatest superheroes there is, with thousands of alternate forms. Awesome. And also another thing that I liked about the original series of Ben 10, I want to get this out of the way. The original series I liked about Ben 10 was, but one thing that I liked about the original series of Ben 10 was it was like a superhero. It was like a Ben 10 was basically a superhero of multiple versions, where he had a secret identity. He had not only one set of powers, but multiple set of powers. And he would disappear. He would, you know, be this awesome hero who all have different personalities. So that's also something similar to Doctor Who kind of too. Each would have their own personalities and stuff like that. And then when he transforms back, he's Ben again. Which they did a lot of cool things with the ideas with his powers, where either they're going to a video game because of upgrade. You have a ghost character emerging because every last bit of cell inside of him is still alive. Or every last set of cell is still part of the main whole. You have all these characters based around different things. Like you can say, like, I'm not sure, but Heat Blast could be seen as like one of those tiki gods or whatnot, or you see with fire. You see he bring up Ghost Ridge. You have Accelerate the Speedster. You have where his also is the ball on its feet. It allows him to move super fast. You have sorry. You have Kevin 11 with all the different forms of Ben becoming a Nega Ben, like I've said before. I'm sorry, but you have a werewolf. He's still one of my favorite characters. Ben Wolf. He's still one of my favorite characters. Fudge, yeah. You have each character has the suit. Well, not each character, but majority of the characters who actually wear clothes have the suit, the black and white suit, or a version of that suit. And also each of the symbols appears somewhere else on the body. That was kind of cool. Like each one had their own thing, and I liked how he was a superhero. No one knew that Ben 10 was a superhero except for his cousin and his grandpa. And you have the whole backstory with Grandpa Max being basically the Men in Black. You have Gwen learning magic and powers. I'm like, this is freaking awesome. I love this. Each character has their own thing. Grandpa Max is ex MBI. Gwen is becoming a magician, and then Ben is the technology, then transforming all these different aliens. That's pretty freaking cool. And then you also have a cool set of characters. You have Darkseid, who's like the big bad guy. Like he's supposed to be like the main antagonist for Ben. Okay, yeah, he's basically like his main antagonist. But I'd probably see Kevin as more of an arch nemesis. Like I would see Kevin as Ben 10's Lex Luthor, which I extremely love. And I love that you even see like in the future Ben 10,000, you see Kevin 11,000. He's super strong too, and you see him transforming all the aliens. I'm like, that's freaking awesome. And then you have Alien Force, where, like I said, like some of the powers. Well, one, I don't think in Alien Force they straight up said yet that he was a superhero, which I think which they did in Omniverse, because I actually watched Omniverse. Where I don't think, unless it was later on down the line, that they start saying that he's a superhero. But that one they kind of tried to expand it, but also they had new characters or new aliens, which a lot of them seem to overlap with older aliens. Like we have Swampfire, who's the new Heat Blast. Instead of having I know Swampfire is different in the sense that he has more plant abilities, but also I'm kind of thinking, well, didn't we kind of have Wildvine for that? It's basically it's basically like the create. You have Wild, and then you have the Echo, where he has the duplicating ability that similar duplicating ability to Ditto. I think that was his name. Yeah, Ditto. Similar ability with Ditto, where you're able to separate into multiple forms, and then also use. He was able to use Sonic Waves, which, if I remember correctly, Benwolf had Sonic Howls. If I remember correctly, yeah, Benwolf had Sonic Howls. Then you have, I forgot what the fudge his name. It's the Prism, I think, where he's the new Diamond Head, and he's Diamond Head, but he can shoot lasers for some reason. I'm pretty sure there was a character who could shoot laser beams. I am not quite sure which one. I'm trying to think. I can see all the toys. Just forgot which one. I have like the original 10, and then I have Benwolf and Lascare, and I cannot remember. I can't remember if there was another guy who could shoot lasers, but a lot of the characters in Alien Force and up to Ultimate Alien, from what I at least saw, a lot of them were kind of copies or fusions. Like, it's like someone looked at the fusion episode in the original Ben 10, which awesome one too, because you see these different fusion, like, cool, but you know, see how some of them don't work, like Ripjaws and Heat Blast, but a lot of them felt like doubles. Mind you, though, one of my favorite aliens that came out of Ultimate Alien and Alien Force was I didn't get the toy of him, which stinks. Big Freeze, I think his name was, the Mothman. I liked him. He was pretty cool. I liked him. He was probably one of the. Well, even he was the ice. Even he was the ice guy from Ben 10,000. I forgot, Arctiquana, and Ghost Freak, which is probably one of the reasons why I liked him, because he was basically the new Ghost Freak. I should really look into more. And also, I'm not quite sure why he turned invisible and phased through things. I've watched the movie about the Mothman. I don't remember them saying he could do that. But whatever. But I do like how he's based off legend. I love how a lot of the aliens are based off of, like, legends or monsters and stuff like that. That was freaking awesome. Like, Frankenshock or the Ben Mummy. I wanted to get Ben Mummy, but I didn't. Fudge me. I didn't have a job then. But Ben Mummy, fudge, yeah. You can have they had so many different stories in the original series. This one, I can't really say anything about the stories. Well, I kind of can. But they kind of tried to. One, the art was downgraded. The art was downgraded, and the aliens felt kind of lazy to me. And I say that, like, they tried to give them all these powers, but some of these powers were already done by other ones, and, like, they tried to recreate it. Like, have new Heat Blast, have a new Diamond Head. And I'm just like, no, these are dumb. These are dumb. They're kind of cool. I kind of like Heat Blast, or Swamp Fire, but I'm like, no, it's still kind of dumb. Like I said, I liked fudge me. I liked the Mothman. I liked I literally just said his name and I cannot Big Freeze, Big Chill. I liked him because he was the new Ghost Freak. Fudge, yes, I like the Ghost Freak character. But other than that, and then you're expanding the universe a little bit more. Well, for one, and they started, I don't know if it would be called retconning or what, but some things I'm just like, no, this is stupid. Why are you doing? No, this is stupid. And those go towards Kevin and Gwen, which, mind you, one thing I love about Omniverse, at least, is they tried to fix what those other, well, at least, I'm sorry if you love those two series, I really am, but I did not like them, and maybe I'll rewatch them, and maybe I will start liking them, but the art style was not that great. Omniverse tried to fix what Ultimate Alien and Alien Force effed up. Because, for one thing, I will say that I did like how Alien Force and Ultimate Alien wanted to expand the universe. They wanted to have hybrid aliens who are half human, half alien. Great, gotcha. I love all these things. But they screwed up some things like, one, Gwen. Gwen says, Mom, Dad, I can do magic. I've been using spells to summon monsters and stuff like that. Oh, honey, no, you're not magic. Actually, you're an alien. And those magic doesn't exist. Screw all the magic you had where... You remember all those abilities where you can summon tornadoes and I think at one point ride a tornado and use your magic to do all these cool things? No, you shoot beams of light and have lesser version of the Green Lantern's powers. What? No. Mind you, I do kind of like the alien type that she's supposed to be, kind of like where she's full of energy, especially since that's apparently the exact opposite of Ghost Freak, because I keep bringing this back to Ghost Freak for some effing reason. But I kind of like the energy-based creature. Like, I did like that, the energy-based creature. And, it was cool seeing Gwen's grandmother. But, again, it's just like, she had this cool power, and her abilities always appeared as blue in the original series, and in this one, they're pink, and they're not really using magic, she's more just making constructs. And it was just so dang annoying. At least in Omniverse, they went back to, yes, they were at least trying to say, okay, yeah, she has, okay, the mana she uses, yeah, she is half alien, but the mana or the energy that comes out of her and stuff can be used towards magic. Well, I think they said it in Ultimate Alien with Charmcaster and the other guy coming back. I actually think they said it there, but they kind of, I'm not quite sure if Ultimate Alien did that. I'm sorry if Velocity's saying not sure because I haven't seen those two series, but they at least in Omniverse, they kind of went more into magic. They went more into spells. They went more into her using spell books and everything. And they even showed her in the transformation state, which was pretty cool. Also, mind you, I kind of wanted to see a Lucky Girl series. Like, Ben 10, Omniverse was alright, but I kind of wanted to see Gwen. Like, give Gwen her own series with Kevin and the freaking dog. I would freaking loved that. That would have been freaking epic. Honestly, it probably would have been a better superhero than that. But anyways, they wanted to expand the universe, which I liked. But things I didn't like was, one, with Gwen, they saying, oh, you can't use magic, which I think was one of the main turn-offs to me. I'm like, so you're saying magic doesn't exist anymore, even though she did all this magical crap in the original series? Nope, I'm done. That and the first episode when Kevin returns, spoilers for a show that's been out for a while now, when Kevin returns, it's, he's not a bad guy anymore, and that thing where he absorbed that cool the ability where he absorbed energy, where he was kind of a mutant that absorbed alien energy. No, he's an alien, which, okay, but also, not just that he's an alien and can absorb energy and stuff like that, he can absorb, wait, was it that he could absorb other aliens also? I think it was. He said that his people absorbed other aliens, he could absorb other aliens' powers, I believe, if I remember correctly. I gotta look that up. I have, like, the wiki right here. But I think it was Osmosian. But I think, if I remember correctly, it was that he could absorb... Oh, wait, it's a subspecies of humans, revealed humans with unique genetic components in their DNA that gives them unique abilities. Believed to be... If I remember correctly, I think it said that his ability was that he could absorb other beings' powers. Individuals, certain Osmosians, absorb matter and energy from nearly anything they use in various ways. Kevin's ability... Okay. Okay, so I can understand that a little bit, where they said it at least says that they can absorb energy and other forms of matter, which, okay, yeah. But I kind of like... One, I kind of like the mutant thing, but also... They kind of took away the ultimate Kevin thing, because I liked how Kevin was basically an exact opposite of Ben. where Ben wore white and black, Kevin wore all black. What was it? Kevin had all of Ben's aliens, but inversed, where instead of him transforming into aliens, he was now all of the aliens together, each 1/10 of their original thing. Which, okay, cool. That's like for me, that I thought like Kevin was Ben's, other than I was Lex Luthor, Kevin is Ben's Venom, where the abilities are almost exactly the same, but one has somewhat of an edge. Which Ben, yeah, each of Kevin's aliens was one. Each of Ben's aliens is 9/10 stronger than Ben, but in a combination of different abilities, Kevin could get the upper hand. Kevin was a giant monster, and I liked that. And I liked even in the end in Ben 10,000 when he comes back as Kevin 11,000. It's just like awesome. He's super strong. He's just epic. And they make him a good guy, and that was another switch turning off for me. I'm like, oh no, Kevin was like one of the coolest bad guys. You're gonna F that up? Mind you, in Omniverse, I kind of liked him. I kind of liked Kevin a little bit more. I probably got to rewatch again this Alien Force. I got to probably watch Alien Force and Ultimate Alien, but I watched them like, okay, not that bad. Okay, this is. I don't know. Watch those. I'm like, okay. I don't think I could get over the bit where like Kevin was a hero, but in Omniverse, it kind of. I think maybe it was a cartoonier look. I don't know, but something made me like Kevin a little bit more with that. I did like the I liked him being able to transform himself, and also in Omni. A lot of characters also felt like they're, like I said, dumbed down or just changed for some dumb reason. Like, I could totally get behind that. Oh, okay, Gwen could still use magic, and if she would have used magic more freely in Omniverse, actually, I don't even think in, I know, not Omniverse, Ultimate Alien and Ultimate Alien, and you know what I mean. In those two series, mind you, if anyone wants to correct me, fine. But if she would have used more abilities different from just the light beams and light constructs, I would have been like, okay, cool. I didn't see them. I didn't see any of that. Maybe it is, but like, if she would have kept her magic abilities, also one, if they wouldn't have made her just like so tiny a twig, I'm just like, why? Give her the, let her have her magic abilities. Awesome, sweet. I could probably even get behind Kevin becoming a good guy if he was actually able to keep the ability to transform, which he does, gain that ability by touching Ben's watch and then transforming into. Wait, is real that Osmosians have one kind of mutations in their DNA? Okay, so they are still mutants. I'm sorry, I'm just rereading the two kinds really specifically related to absorption, because I remember somewhere they said that he was an alien, but it looks like I think they said he is an alien. I don't know. But, oh, Jeebus to me. I don't know what the fudge I'm trying to say anymore. If they would have continued with Gwen having actual magic abilities, not try to say, oh no, she doesn't use magic, which that just seems like a dumb way to retread. Kevin, I can understand too. If, like, they had Kevin as this guy and then, slowly let him change, slowly see him go dark again, maybe. Or see, an uneasiness between Ben and Kevin, which you kind of see, but after that, it's eh. But at least in Omniverse, you kind of see them kind of more like brothers, in a sense. And also, at one point in Ultimate Alien version of Ben 10, Kevin transforms into what's called not Ultimate Kevin, but he transforms to the point where it's like when he's the other aliens, but he's the guy from DC where he's made of different materials and can transform and stuff like that and stretch his arms out. He turned into them, what the fudge is that? Why is he like that? He's only in his underwear. Also, mind you, I didn't like a lot of the redesigns, forearms. He has suddenly a wrestler leotard and stuff. And also, like I said, Ben 10, I've just been rolling my head while I've been talking, but Ben 10,000, one of my favorite characters. because of his ability. And then you have Ken 10 in the future where he has something like awesome, and you see he still and Ben still has that big giant gauntlet of a freaking Omnitrix on him. Sweet, epic. Then they show Ultimate Ben 10,000. I'm like, what the fudge? What the fudge did they do? Like, one, okay, I can understand, like, they kind of explain it away, saying, okay, alternate universes and stuff like that. Alright, sweet. This is the alternate universe. This is not canon what he's going to be. But his transformations felt so dang lazy. It felt so lazy to me. I am so sorry this is going on for 27 minutes, but it just felt so dang lazy to me. Like, Humongosaur! He doesn't turn into an older looking version of Humongosaur. No, that would take time to design. No, he just turns and looks really big. What? That was just, oh my lord. And like everything was like he didn't change at all, if I remember correctly. He didn't change at all. He's still Ben, but he just looks bigger, or looks kind of like, not really kind of like, he just looks bigger. He has the powers of it, but he still looks like Ben. I'm like, that's dumb. Because one cool thing about Ben 10 was he wasn't just one hero. He was 10 different heroes, different personalities, everything. It was freaking epic. And then this one you have it all based around this one city, which, okay, that's more standard superhero things. Okay, sure. And I'm like, okay, fine, all right, whatever. You can do that. You can have that, but also then you lose all the different things that they did in the original series, where they went around the city, they went around countries. Like if Alien Force and Ultimate Alien were him going to, I don't know, because if the first one was him going around the United States, let the next one be him going around the world with Ben and Gwen, them driving across Europe, driving across the Middle East, going to Africa and everywhere. Go do that, because then you have similar setup to the original Ben 10 series. But then you can do it either a year later, or heck, you can have him older. You can have him 16, but trying to keep him as he is, because even in the original series, Ben was one kid-like, which, okay, yeah, you're saying like he doesn't grow up. No, I'm saying he can still be him. Like, he can grow older, he can be more heroic in some points, but still having it to where he fights with Gwen, or he fights with Gwen, still is kind of using the watch as fun, but still knows that he can use it as power. He can use it to save everyone. But if I remember correctly, he's not really that, like, even in like the new series, it's just like, he's like, well, we have to do this, we have to do this. He was they trying to make him more heroic, which, okay, yeah, I kind of get, but I kind of liked the Ben who was still kind of learning how to use the Omnitrix. And especially if the Omnitrix, like, they could have had like the Omnitrix reset or something, or him getting new aliens, sure, but, or after a certain amount of time the watch like updates or something and then transforms into a newer state. That would be cool. Keep on going. And also, mind you, the main Omnitrix that we love, the first Omnitrix that we've seen, that gets destroyed at some point during it, if I remember correctly. It gets destroyed, and then they replace it with the Ultimatrix. You know, Ultimatrix. Something that sounds like it's straight out of a fan fiction. Well, okay, one, I like to think that all fan fiction, all stories and everything are all alternate dimensions or universes to the main story that we watch, because that just expands on the universe, especially if you have someone good writing the fan fiction. And mind you, I don't mean like, oh, like they have two people screwing. No, I mean like actual, well, either way, that's an alternate universe too, technically, but yeah. But like the Ultimatrix, I'm like, really? And what does it do? It digivolves the freaking aliens. Because a difference between digivolve and evolution in Pokemon, which, mind you, both of them are still a metamorphosis. The difference being they're temporary. Pokemon, it's not temporary. You change, you transform to the next state, and you're done. You're still stuck. You're stuck as that form until you're dead. Digimon, at least in the show, you transform and then you change back to your original state. Or rookie state, technically, unless you waste so much energy and turn to little state, baby state. But, yeah, they transform, and I'm thinking, oh my lord, you people are even more freaking lazy. Because, like, it's like, I don't know what they were doing. I know, like, some of the characters kind of looked a lot cooler when they transformed, and it's kind of a cool idea to see them evolve, in a sense, like an evolution fall. Though, mind you, I think a lot of people would say that's not how evolution works. But, though, mind you, I guess they could say, like, through certain points of everything that happened on the planet, they would then, that's how most likely they would transform into, but, yeah. And I'm just like, oh my, you're basically getting the Digi-Evolutions for some stupid reason. Why? This is not Digi-Evolution. It's supposed to be Ben 10's a superhero. He's a new type of, he's a superhero that 10 other superheroes or more, which I like Cannon Bolt and more aliens that they added. They added more aliens, like, okay, it's not just Ben 10 now anymore, but we now know he's going to become Ben 10,000. He was still even a hero in Ben 10,000 in the future. And then you keep on going, and then you get to... And I just did not like Alien Force and Ultimate Alien. It just felt dumb. Then you have a Nega Ben. Then you have an evil Omnitrix. I'm like, what? Why? The dragon thing was kind of cool, I liked, with the Forever Knights. Which also, the Forever Knights kind of remind me of the Atomic Knights a little bit now. Now, after I watched What's on the Fourth Wall. Then we have Omniverse. Also, I liked Alien X. I liked the Alien X. Then we have Omniverse, which one... I like the art style better than Alien Force and Ultimate Alien. Though, mind you, some of the characters I felt like, okay, they're kind of making this a little too freaking cartoony. Some of the characters, like, Alien X, they gave him a big crimson chin. Then, like, what is it? Big Chill. I forgot what the fudge his name was, but they made him look all more buffed up. I'm like, no, I liked the slender version. I actually liked the slender version for him better. I think that kind of fits, especially since he was supposed to be kind of creepy-ish. They kind of made it a little more kid-friendly, but kind of kid-kindish friendly. But I at least wanted, like, okay, I kind of at least liked how they were trying to do these designs, and they gave each character, each alien, new abilities or new things that they had. Like, you have the Time Sapien, the Chromosomian, I forgot what the fudge they're called, where you can manipulate time and space. Okay, cool. We have Gravitack, who can manipulate gravity. We have also the Stingray dude from the other one was basically Stinkfly and something, I forgot. But you have the Pterodactyl guy, I actually didn't see it. You have the vampire, going still back to the original thing, where you take a creature from like a vampire or something and you make it into an alien. What would their powers be? Keep going like that. Awesome, epic. It didn't feel like they were retreading old things. They added new, which, mind you, maybe in Ultimate Alien stuff like that, they did add some more creatures that were, bigger and stuff, or that had their own things. But things like even what was his name? I like way big in the original series. You have freaking kaiju, freaking awesome. But Omniverse had a lot of things, and even though some things I didn't like one, Ben was no longer a secretive hero. But then again, even in Ben 10,000, they know who Ben 10,000 was, which, okay, I kind of get that. But I would have liked if that reveal was during, because they even save. Also, I think those one guys, the perfect guys in the original, not the original, Ultimate Alien series version, the one guys where they're all white and like, we need perfection. I'm like, those guys aren't really that scary, or I don't know. I gotta rewatch the series, but I'm just thinking, okay, whatever. And also, Ghost Freak didn't look that. Ghost Freak, I don't know. But at least then in Omniverse, I'm talking about Omniverse. That one, although I kind of didn't like. Oh, he's just he's just the same. No, but Omniverse, what am I trying to say here? I liked Omniverse because, one, they kind of try to go back a little bit to the original series. They have flashbacks to the original series, well, kind of original series, where you have Ben at when he's 11 years old, but then also you have the future version. You kind of have stories that happen in between, before what happened after the original series, having new characters like the System Electrical Shock guy, which, okay, yeah, we have Frankenshock for that. We have Frankenshock who had electrical abilities, but they at least gave him a design that's in to say, oh, look, another diamond-headed guy, or another dude whose head looks like he's kind of on fire. The Electrical Shock guy, yeah, but then he also had his own personality that came along with it, where he was cocky and stuff like that. Alright, sweet. You have the cocky, and he's like, yeah, and also you get a little backstory with that alien saying, like, that was one of Ben's favorite aliens, and it gets taken away from him. That was pretty freaking cool, and Undertown, I'm kind of like, but as I kind of look at Ben 10,000, because they were trying to focus it back to Ben 10,000, which they even go back to Ben 10,000 at one point, they kind of try to make it to where the aliens are going to slowly incorporate themselves into this world. Okay, I got it. And that was kind of cool. You had some cool things going on. You had, even when they found the homeworld for the Ghost Freaks characters, each character looked like they were in shackles or getting in some kind of harm or chains or something. I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool, at least, because instead of just having where they're all just the white ghost, regular ghost figures, they at least have each one individual. Mind you, though, I'm talking about like the Ultimate Alien Ghost Freaks and stuff like that, where they just show them like regular white, like this, but like kind of cartoony-ish, more simplified. Where at least in the original series, he looked scary. Ghost Freak looked freaking scary. And you also had the subplot with him going crazy, becoming a scare again. But Ultimate Alien, and then Ultimate Alien, you get Rook. I'm like, okay, what the fuck is Rook gonna do? Is he gonna be some kind of annoying character? Really, wasn't that annoying? They have the plumbers more as a police force now, and police force now protecting everything. Of course, you had some dumb things, but you also then have the multiverse and stuff like that. Though, mind you, I would have liked a more solid single story that was going to happen, while they could still do all this, but have still more single stories that are going on. Though, mind you, I'm not saying Omniverse is perfect. Though, I did like, because this is Ben's personality, I kind of thought would fit better for Ultimate Alien stuff like that. Have a character like that. And also, you have Gwen doing spells again, learning new spells, getting the charms back. You see Charmcaster back, and she doesn't look. I saw like the design for her in Ultimate Alien, I'm like, I don't like that at all. But at least in the Omniverse, they have her back to how she looks, but still a little different, giving her little new things. Okay, cool. And you have the magic returning. You have Kevin, even if he still only has the ability to absorb matter, which even that one, I liked how he did it in this one because it looked actually better, especially in the cartoonier version. And not to say that Omniverse didn't have flaws. It had a lot of flaws. It had a few flaws, especially when Ben 10,000 comes through the vortex. Like, hey, do you want to fight in a time war? Sure. Next episode, no time war. You're a freaking a-hole. Which, yeah, I know that's supposed to be like a reference to, it's supposed to be a reference to Doctor Who. But I'm like, come on now. If you tell us time war, we want to see the freaking time war. Maybe at some point they do show it. I have no idea. But I really wanted to see a time war. Maybe it happens in Ultimate Alien, which would suck because I didn't see it. But I'm like, oh, come on. I want to see the time war. They did away with the whole Ultimate Alien transformation. Like, I think Omniverse was supposed to try to fix everything that freaking happened with the other series. The other two, they're trying to go back to the original series, trying to have it to where it was fun and we had all these different things. But they just didn't let that happen. I'm just like, fudge, that stinks. But Omniverse, they fixed it. They tried to fix it. And then Omniverse was the last series and it ended there. I'm like, oh, that sucks. Mind you, I still prefer the original series, but it could have been a lot better. It could have been. Well, not the original series. I mean, the other series afterward. They could have been a lot better. They could have done some cool things with it, but I don't know. Tell me if is anything worth salvaging in those series. in those two series. But for me, watching the episodes I did, I think I saw more than 5 episodes, and I've seen a few of them in there. But yeah, the Ultimate Alien and Alien Force were just and then Omniverse tried to fix it. At least tried to fix it and have some fun with them, something, adding a multiverse and everything. That was pretty good, but still, I'm not saying those came anywhere near close to Steven Universe and like Adventure Time, but I'll say original series. I'll say original series probably did, but yeah, it's just either way. Tell me what you guys thought about all the Ben 10 series. I liked them. Now there's a new one coming out. I think it's only going to come out in like South America or something. They're coming out with a new one. It looks way simpler, and they're trying to reboot it. I'm like, you don't have to reboot it. Honestly, one of the best things you could probably do is have it take place in the future with Ken. Have Ken 10. Have do the Batman Beyond and have Ken 10 in the future, learning how to wield the Omnitrix. It's not a reboot. Ken can still learn how to use the Omnitrix, but also still have so many new things. Have him with his brother Devlin, or adopted brother Devlin. Because did they take him out of the I think they took him out of, because they took him out because Kevin's a good guy, so Devlin I don't think was ever born. That sucks, but yeah, it would have been cool. It would have been awesome. It would have been cool. But oh well. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. At least Samurai Jack's back. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please check out all my other videos, and we will see you later. Watcha! Bow, Jack. Bow, Jack said, ooh, Jack, 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 Jack.